I do not condone Ms. Comfort Emmanson's assault on Ibom Air crew, but condemning her actions must not mean ignoring the wrongs done to her. If she must face consequences, so should everyone else involved. You know, a lot of people are quoting aviation laws, saying the pilot has the right to restrain a passenger, and you know what? That is true. But we need to be very clear about what that actually means. In aviation, there's something called in-flight actions. These are decisions and measures taken while the aircraft is airborne. The moment you're in the air, everyone's primary duty is safety. If a passenger becomes unruly in flight, the captain has the authority to order restraint. In fact, in flight, even other passengers have the right to help restrain someone if there is a threat to life or safety. That is because we are in a closed metal tube thousands of feet above ground level, so everybody's behavior can endanger hundreds of lives. But that is very different from ground action. Once the aircraft has landed and the doors are open or ready to open, the threat dynamics changes completely. You're no longer in the sky. The environment is controlled. There are ground security teams, police units, and aviation security officers trained and legally empowered to handle conflict. So, in a ground situation, the professional thing to do is to deplane the individual, which is my point. That is exactly what she wanted to do, and then hand them over to the airport security. You let those who are trained, authorized, and insured to handle the situation from there. So when the cabin crew continue to restrain or block a passenger after landing, they move into a legal gray area, because at that point, it's no longer purely about in-flight safety. It's about control on the ground, which belongs to the security agencies. And that is why I have an issue with how Comfort's situation was handled. I understand the crew wanted to wait for security, but physically preventing her from leaving after landing when the airport is full of checkpoints and officers was not the only option. It also risks escalation in that situation, which was unnecessary, and that's exactly what happened. So yes, the pilot authority is real, but in-flight actions and ground actions are not the same. In the air, safety comes first. On the ground, protocol and legality must take over. And when that line is crossed, even unintentionally, you create room for mistakes. And unfortunately, that's the situation we witness. It's the truth at the time. Take care and have a nice day.
I see this girl. Hairline they drag her like I pass my neighbor generator. I couldn't wonder what she do. What she do not really declare. She dey shout thief, thief, ole, ole. I don't know she dey want thief at thing. They just take polora. Come on, this girl. If they tell you say calm down, you've been disrespectful. See, airline have a very strict law or policy. When their customer or you passenger do anyhow, they will throw you out. You know me how you want to explain that they give them the rules where you go break, where they take throw you out. They not go yeah please, they not go yeah sorry, they not go yeah shing bang. Once you don't talk that thing or you don't reach that point of waiting, they tell they say if passenger do this, throw them away. My dear, there's nothing you can do to give yourself respect and dignity and honor. They tell you say get off the plane, carry your bag, carry your shoe, get down quietly. If you know say you know they wrong, you go to your house, get a lawyer and sue the airline. Sue the hell out of them. But you see, when you start to drag, now you they wrong go, or not be you they wrong, you drag, you they follow their hostess sisters, you they follow them, they drag, your own don't finish. Like, can't you respect yourself to calm down? You dey follow them, fire. You dey slap them. Thief, they can't carry you now. Bati, they come out for airline. The airline people, what do they do now? Una know they call police. Other country, they call police. I know now you people police. You look like staff. You are dragging her, you are following her for grants. What is that? The manhandling was too much. I'm not sure say airline get that right to do that. They always call police. Police will do their job. They don't go ask police questions. They go remove themselves from problem. I don't know if now Nigeria this thing for happen. Maybe na me kuna fiso na get the right to drag that girl like that, like I pass my neighbor generator, because they know if you do na anything. They know if you sue now. They know if you do anything. They talk on now, na go carry. I don't know now, record them, post audio, do something, shame them, use money to oppress them. I don't understand. The manhandling was too much. You exposed her, make she sue the airline. That was just not nice. You see the way una disgrace her private area, everything dey grants. What is that? I don't understand. She should sue the airline, sue Nanyash, get a good lawyer. What nonsense is that? Una go settle. Wetin happen? Call police. Police will do their job. The authority will do their job. It's not your job to drag person down like that. Even the air hostess join the poloa. Are you mad? You don't touch it. When something's happen like that, you remove yourself. Police will do the job. They don't ask for your assistant. Security full there. You go join. A dragger, poloa. I will sue you, joiner. No, they do anyhow. Maybe I don't know which country it be. Maybe Naimeka, past one of the Africa country. That was stupid of you people and bad and wicked. Nonsense. I own their body, yes, but what was that? What public humiliation was that? And the that person posts the video. I hope you enjoy concon. Enjoy and use and do, pass my way video and use and do like this. Yeah? I get it.
I think I'm in support of Comfort and this woman, this Yogbede. Even P2B also queries the double standards in Nigerian justice system after remand of Ibom Air female passenger, silence on Wasiu Ayinde. According to this news, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 general election, Mr. P2B, has condemned what he described as double standards and dehumanizing conduct in the handling of an incident involving Ibom Air crew members and passenger, known as Miss Comfort Emmanson. The unfortunate and dishonorable drama witnessed in Ibom Air has again brought to the fore the double standard in our lives and the inadequacies of our various security operatives in acting decently and in a civilized manner. According to him, he said, I want to start by sincerely apologizing to the Ibom Air crew who were assaulted by Miss Comfort Emmanson. We must, as a society, learn and uphold good conduct as it is a true measure of success and decent living. However, I must equally strongly condemn the dehumanizing treatment meted out to this young woman. Stripping her publicly was not only unnecessary, but also represent the height of rascality and abuse by our agencies. It is unacceptable that she was hurriedly taken to court and remanded, while someone who visibly held a plane from taking off and put hundreds of lives at risk is still at large, with government agencies and some state officials speaking up for him to be forgiven. Obi equally argued that the matter went beyond the case of a single individual. This case is not just about one young woman. It is about the double standard that poison our justice system. Justice in Nigeria must never be about who is poor or powerless versus who has influence or access to government officials. In a veiled reference to popular musician Wasiu Ayinde, who was also involved in a value jet assault incident last week, P2B continued why Mrs. Comfort Emmanson is in jail. The other offender who committed a more severe offense has not been held to the same standard. He has neither been arrested nor arraigned in any court. We must build a country where justice is fair, equal, and not selective, especially against women who are seen to be weaker. This young lady's offense does not compare to the crimes committed daily by those parading themselves as excellencies while looting public funds without consequence, and yet they have not been striped or dehumanized in the name of justice. We must end this selective treatment of the poor or less privileged. If justice must be served, it should be served to all, and it must be served fairly. The Minister of Aviation and other relevant authorities owe the public an explanation for these double standards in their adjudication. Justice must be just, or it is nothing at all. The rule of law based on justice for all must remain the guidepost of our democracy. The incident involving Ibom Air and Mrs. Emmanson has generated mixed reactions. While many Nigerians are condemning her conduct, others are also condemned how she was handled with her nudity exposed in the now viral video. This is unfortunate and dishonorable drama. Honestly, my people, what do you think that is about to happen? Now this girl is now cooling in Kirikiri, whereas Kwam is moving around freely, sleeping at the comfort of his own. Remember, this girl posted a video where she said that they should allow her to pass. This lady known as Emmanson, Comfort Emmanson, did not allow her to step down from the plane. You see what happened? Although we know that she misbehaved, she broke, let's say, she did not obey the rules of not offing her phone. Although she said that her phone was already in flight mode. You know, when you put your phone on flight mode, you cannot receive call and you cannot equally make call. You cannot even receive ordinary SIM messages. Do you get the point? But this lady known as Comfort, she's not, she's not comfortable. Her name is Comfort. Why she's not comfortable with the lady's feedback to her when she approached her to off her phone. You see what is going on? Although this off your phone is also one of the safety measures while you are taking flight. Do you get the point? I think I commend this statement from Mr. P2B. People like Aisha Yusuf also condemn this, although people are busy bashing the lady, saying that look at now her boobs, her breasts are already outside, this and that. Although she looks so aggressive, the way she did, what she did was so aggressive, no. But sometimes, if we are to put ourselves in the shoe of the lady, we are only looking at what we see online. She was busy slapping the air hostess. Yes, she's wrong in that aspect. The air hostess people are also wrong for stripping her naked in their own aspect. The air hostess known as Comfort Emmanson is also wrong for not allowing the crew member to step down from that particular what they call it, from that particular flight. That is it. If you think that she violates your policy, she cannot just walk out from the airport like that without passing through the security side, right? Then what is obstructing you from allowing the girl to step down from the flight? Let her come down from that aeroplane so that the security operatives can do their job. Can you do your job as an air hostess and still do your job as a security person? No. There is division of labor. You're expected to do your own. If you have made a complaint to the securities of the particular airport, allow them to do the needful and not forcing the lady as if she's a kid. Kai, may God help his children. Nigeria is just turned into a lawless country. It seems that the law in this country only works for the poor, whereas the masses can do anything and scot-free. The rich men, the politician, they can do anything and nothing will happen. But provided you don't have name in Nigeria, you're not a big man, you commit any crime, automatically the law will not be for you. Nigeria, my country. This is why we are saying that P2B 2027 or nothing. You see the way an intelligent man condemned this. He was not biased in his judgment. Do you see? He was not biased. He only judged the lady and still judged the workers of the airport. The air hostess, they also he judged them. Anyway, hear what Aisha Yusuf concerning this. Feel free to drop your opinion in the comment section. Are you in or for this lady that was assaulted yesterday, or are you for the crew member? Drop your opinion in the comment section and watch the rest of the video.
Hello, everyone. Airline operators of Nigeria have placed a ban on Comfort Emmanson, the lady who had that fracas with the Ibom Air staff, hostess and all of that. And then she was taken out, her dress was torn, her body exposed, and all of that. And today, Monday, August 11, 2025, the airline operators of Nigeria places no-fly life ban on Ibom Air passenger Comfort Emmanson for unruly behavior. What this means is that she can never fly in Nigeria again, whether it's local flight or international flight. She wants to travel out of Nigeria or do something, she can no longer, fly. She will not be allowed to fly. She has been banned, she has been flagged. So if there's anything that needs her to fly, she first of all has to leave Nigeria and go to a neighboring country and be able to fly there or travel there by road or by train or by ship or whatever it is, but not by air. And what this makes this so if this was the first thing that had happened, for example, this was the first case we're seeing of this whole unruly kind of behavior fight, people would not really look at it the way they're looking at it now. A few days ago, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal One, known as Kwam One, did similar thing. He wasn't treated the way she was treated. And after that few days, what he did was he did a video of an apology. After apology again, there was also a video that came out of him, where he was threatening the airline. Before the King Wasiu Ayinde Marshall event, there was also another event of Senator Adams Oshomole, who had, thrown a big tantrum, literally, because it was said that he came in late for his flight, although he said he didn't come in late for his flight, and the flight had, whether was departing, already departing. And then he did a lot of things. There was no ban on him. There was no fly ban. There was no flying ban on him. There was no punishment. Nothing that was, demanded of him. And then now you have this lady. They've even charged her to court, and they've currently locked her up. But anyway, let me come back to this one, the Airline Operators of Nigeria. It says, we condemn the violent incident involving Ms. Comfort Emmanson, a passenger on Ibom Air flight Q903 from Uyo to Lagos on August 10, 2025. We review the detailed statement issued by Ibom Air regarding the incident, and we commend the airline for its swift and professional handling of this unfortunate event, and fully endorse the actions taken. For me, I think this is really bad, because first of all, you can't just say, there are two parties here. You can't just say that because you've heard the Ibom Air, which is the one the one you're close to, and then you are okay with the decisions they take. The first thing that I think that ought to happen should have been an investigation. You put in an investigation to really understand what it is that happened. Look at both statements, listen to both sides before you now come on and make a decision. The incident which Ibom Air described, so now they're telling us that they don't have any independent view on this matter. They've not done any investigation, and that whatever it is that they're saying, it is what the Ibom Air had described to them. So there's already a bias in this whole thing. It said the incident which Ibom Air described, from the initial refusal by the passenger to comply with safety instructions regarding mobile phone usage, which led to the brutal assault on Ibom Air crew members and the attempted use of a fire extinguisher as a weapon. And that this constitutes one of the most severe cases of unruly passengers' behavior witnessed this year. This was not just disruptive, it was a severe cases of let me go back. Let me just adjust it and be able to. This was not just disruptive. It was a sustained violent attack that placed the lives of crew, passengers, and the integrity of the aircraft itself at risk. This behavior is unacceptable. Therefore, effective immediately, the AON, that the Airline Operators of Nigeria, has placed Mrs. Emmanson on its no-fly list indefinitely. She is hereby banned from flying with any AON member, either domestically or internationally, for life. Such incidents, okay, this is where it gets interesting. You see, this whole conversation that we've been having, it's from them reading the statement of Ibom Air and coming to a conclusion. It's not for them doing investigation to find out truly what happened, whether it aligned with what Ibom Air said, whether they were part that Ibom Air has not added because it didn't align with them, or whether it was something that was completely different from what Ibom Air has said. They have not bothered to do this. All they're telling you is that they've taken whatever it is that Ibom Air is saying, hook, line, and sinker. The next thing also here, they say such incidents have become one too many, with the most recent being the incident involving Nigerian musician King Wasiu Ayinde Marshall Kwamwan, unvalued jet, and unruly behavior of Senator Adams Oshomole towards the members of staff of Air Peace. So you see what they have done here, right? They've mentioned these other names, but why can't they place everybody on the same thing? Why is it that these other names, because they are influential, they have influence or whatever, you've let them off? But it is this lady that you are not carrying because you think you can carry her. They continue by saying that it is also worth mentioning that this incident exposes the vulnerabilities in the security response by the aviation security AFSEC. The AON urgently calls on FAAN to immediately review and tighten security procedures at all airports across the country. The AON stands united with Ibom Air and all our members in maintaining a zero-tolerance policy towards unruly airline passengers. Going forward, anyone who exhibits such behavior will suffer similar consequences. While we recognize the rights of passengers to express their grievances, such action must follow due process. We are committed to protecting our employees, passengers, equipment, and to maintain the highest safety standards. For me, in this thing, I just see a very biased report coming from a body that has decided to side with one of its own, has not even bothered to investigate and find out what truth is circlet of equity and justice. All they know is that they have to support their own, and that's exactly what they have done there.
So when all these things are going on all over the social media spaces, Aisha Yusuf asked a question via her ex handle. She said to the lawyers in the house, did the air hostess have the right to block the passenger from leaving the aircraft? Was her detainment by the air hostess who refused to allow her leave the aircraft legal? She's trying to know so that she will know what to say. And guess what? Many Nigerians were busy responding to her. And someone like A2 just said, I don't care about air hostess or pilot. Those security men that rough-handled her must be brought to book. You women should stand up for your own in unison for once in this country. That is how the case of Akpoti has been swept under the carpet. The act of the security personnel is a slap on womanhood in Nigeria. I think this one was referring to Senator Tasha Akpoti Uduaha on how her case with Akpabio was handled. And another person commented, his name is Honorable ABJ Faj, Flying Aero Boy. According to him, he said that Tokyo Convention 1963, Article 6 and 10 gives the pilot in command the authority to restrain or disembark any person they reasonably believe has committed or is about to commit a serious offense, including disrupting safety or order on board. I think he's making reference to Tokyo Convention, the article of Tokyo. So the crew act under the captain's authority, not on their own. Secondly, ICAO Annex 17 security. It emphasizes the need for state and operators to handle acts of unlawful interference or disruptive behavior according to national and international law. Third, ICAO Annex 6, Operation of Aircrafts. Operators must establish procedures for handling unruly passengers, which include coordination between cabin crew, the pilot, and ground security. Operators' establishment of procedures here means Ibom Air having their own rules to deal with the passengers that violated their safety procedures during flight operations. Another person say, I think what's that his name? Another person says, so the air hostess was supposed to allow her go without any form of recompense after the lady insulted her, slapped her, and all sorts of unruly behavior on her. You guys are pitying offenders because they are now on the low side. It is your type that we call PMB, a cent today. That is President Bola Muhammad Buhari. So another person known as Jeremy MPhD. Jeremy said in Nigeria, assaulting, intimidating, or interfering with an air hostess, also known as a flight attendant or cabin crew, is a criminal offense under aviation law, especially laid out in Section 85 of the Civil Aviation Act 2022. What the law says, Section 85, interference with crew members. One is interfering with a crew member in a way that tampers their duties is an offense. Conviction can lead to a fine of up to 200,000 naira or at least 2 months imprisonment or both. Assaulting, intimidating, or threatening any flight crew member, including stewards or stewardesses, or engaging in unruly behavior on board. Penalty minimum of 200,000 naira fine or at least 2 months imprisonment or both. Thirdly, using devices against instructions such as mobile phones that may interfere with radio frequencies or navigation systems, offenses up to 200,000 naira fine or at least 2 months imprisonment or both. While I'm not a lawyer, I have good knowledge of aviation law and they are right. Here is why, according to the man, he says, under Nigerian aviation law and international safety protocols, the air hostess and the flight crew in general was within her rights not to allow a passenger involved in an assault to leave the aircraft until law enforcement arrived. Civil Aviation Act 2022 Crew Authority. Section 85 of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Act gives crew members the authority to take reasonably measures to maintain safety, security, and order on board. This includes detaining a disruptive or assaultive passenger until the proper authorities can take over. Secondly, international safety standards. Under ICAO Annex 17 and ICAO Annex 18, cabin crew are required to prevent any individual who has committed an offense on board from leaving before authorities arrive. So if they allow the person to disembark freely, the crew could be seen as failing to preserve evidence and maintain safety. And the man said, this is what this man said. I think I agree with what this man said because he quote the laws and he quotes everything there. And Honorable ABJ Fai said she was detained because they were waiting for airport security to come take her away because of her unruly act during the flight. She has displayed and constituted nuisance during the flight, and they have everything right to detain her. Ask yourself why they did not block others. Why her? The air hostess she was hitting deserves some respect. Anyway, my lovers, be the judge in the comment section. What is your opinion regarding this? Feel free to drop a bit in the comment section. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates.